Prepare for action! Prepare for adventure! Prepare for a harrowing space chase on the quest for the quantum roll! Hi, and welcome back to Quest for the Quantum Rose. We're back.
Because there's no such thing as a bad idea.
We're back, and Valerie can't hear me.
Oh dear.
Well, when last we left our heroes, they had just handily defeated a horde of raving, infected Invect who were trying to steal a bunch of void crystals from a local mall station that they had to stop at when they ran out of arcane dark matter engine. Having saved them all and gained the fondness of the local security station chief, they found themselves rewarded with a couple of free items from the local magic store, and a couple of free jumps off from the local Sepulchre Night run AAA service Fly By Night, and have just departed the small station with a young halfling, basically night flyer, who is currently hanging out in their engine room. We should be, if you're looking at the Roll20 map, I will direct to your current location, smack dab in the middle of the Avia Ra Holy Lands, on the northern edge of their territory. And your flight path will bring you 2 jumps down for the night until you have to overnight and let the engines cool off for a long while, down here just in the southeastern quadrant of the hub. So I will go ahead and move your token. The first departure from the initial departure from out of the maw is uneventful. You get a very cheery send-off from maw traffic control as a thank you for the assist. Theora basically reaches down under the engineering control panel, gives a swift kick to an area you hadn't seen before under there, and 2 orbs on poles pop out from underneath. One of them is like a bright chromey kind of a sphere, and the other one looks like a polished crystal, almost like an amethyst or something, but it looks like it's moving. She takes one in either hand, and she casts some kind of a spell. You're not really sure what, but there's a very satisfying and the arcane engine gauges jump back to full, and you can now see Kala at the command console where you're piloting. You can see that you are now go for dark matter warp through the maw. Kala's muted. That's okay.
While that's going on, I'm crafting a little cape to match mine for Wismo.
Oh, that's adorable.
Let's get going.
Okay, so the first jump through the malls, completely uneventful. You do have a queue when you get to the other side. Apparently word of your great deeds has not reached this far yet, and they don't know you from Adam, and so there is a slight 10-minute wait while we're waiting for all the other spaceships to taxi in and out of the region. When your turn comes up, though, she reaches down, grabs those orbs again, discharges her spell energy. You hear that your green light engages for the warp, and you are ready to transport to the next maw jump. Okay. At this point, after you come out the maw on the other side, you notice there is a blinking critical red light on the indicator. You have hit your engine's maximum for allowable warp jumps for the day, effectively. It is now on a mandated 8-hour cooldown cycle and cannot be jumped again until the next day. So this is a point at which it is recommended that the ship go into low power mode and basically take your night shift duties. You can dock at the maw. You can take up, lodgings at one of the hotels, or you can just drop off the night at the mall station and bunk up in the ship and not have to pay anything.
The ship, if it
Yeah,
were-
just bunk up
Yeah.
in the ship.
Yeah. Wait.
Go with the ship.
There's enough beds for everyone, right?
I mean, not for her. She's got to get off. So,
Well, I mean, everyone else besides her.
yeah, there ought to be enough bunking room for everyone. Because here, let me go ahead and switch back to, since we're not warping anymore, I'll go ahead and move your command or your view token to interior of the hero's journey.
Just need a corner to make a spider web and ceiling.
Yeah, well, like I if you can, I'm hoping you can see. Is it not blacked out? Right. Okay. There's 3 beds in one bunk room together, just aft and slightly to the port of the bridge. There is a commander's quarters opposite that, which is a little bit smaller than normal because it's also where the head happens to be located. And that's just like right next to the access port. So that's 4 beds right there. And then, Kexos, he can just spin up a web wherever he cares to. And there's some couches, there's cargo hold space, just, wherever he really kind of feels like it.
Right.
There's couches here too, so like you can occupy one, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so Theora, having discharged her duty, will amble her way up to the bridge and kind of poke her head through the door and say, "Well, guys, I guess I'll be on my way. We can go ahead and get docked, and I will see y'all later. It's been a pleasure."
Oh,
It was good flying with you. And here. And I send her my phone number or an email or however you get in contact with each other in this
my.
world. I'm just like, in case you ever, need a couple do-gooders.
Well, my goodness. Okay. Thank you. And she kind of looks a little bit flustered and is blushing a little bit.
And I'm gonna wink at her.
Yeah, the blush deepens, and now it's hard to tell which one is redder, her hair or her face. So she's going to quickly scurry out to the access hatch and wait for the docking procedures to complete so she can escape from the embarrassment.
just looks at her and just looks over at Val.
So, assuming that you guys decide to dock, just temporarily to let her out.
Ask the pilot.
Are we making her spacewalk?
Yeah, I was gonna say that's generally frowned upon. She's not high enough level yet to survive that. Like she can't get out and walk here, guys.
No, I guess we could dock.
I hope somebody else is. I know there's a captain's chair to fly. I hope I'm not in the other captain's chair to take over in case Callie gets knocked out or whatever. Because I don't think I'd be good at that.
Well, the consoles are kind of modular, so you can change functions at them in the bridge anyway. So if one of you goes down and you lose the pilot feature, you can change roles, but it'll take an action to change the commands.
Okay.
Good grief! I thought I heard 2 cats fighting outside. So anyway, yes, she will hurriedly make her way off the ship, and you guys can disconnect and dock and take your long rest. Do any downtime things you wanted to do now. If you had any maintenance or any kind of conversations amongst yourself that you wanted to get into, now would be the time for that.
We'll just
Alright,
say,
so-
before anything else happens, I will just say my internet connection is kind of wonky tonight, so it's probably what you usually think.
So Willow's teleporting blinky powers might phase her in and out of reality. Got you.
Kind of.
Okay. Well, all right. If you blue shift away, we'll watch out for you.
Right. So there's something I wanted to work on. Since I don't think anybody wants me to convert the table where we all eat into a possible emergency medical table, would anybody mind me turning those captain's quarters into just a temporary med bay? They're just kind of a med bay. I'll sleep on a couch rather than that bed in there. So
Would it be better to have a larger area for a med bay? Back behind engineering is a little bit of cargo space that would expand that.
you make a good point, but I didn't want to take too much space up. But that is actually a great idea if everybody's okay with that.
I'm good. I mean, I don't see us hauling that much cargo.
Excuse you.
We're not shipping.
Well,
Does she say
Hey,
this in
wait.
character or?
hell no.
What's my passive perception? Did I hear that?
No, that conversation was held with the
Chief.
chief. Yeah. Well, I thought his name was Guy.
It was, but I'm just you were calling him something that's like the guy, the chief. His name was Guy. He is the chief.
Since we are currently officially a unit, just wanted to cover some ground rules, and I'm gonna turn off my eye so I'm not recording.
That's courteous.
If any of you are doing anything under the table, I don't care. Just keep it out of my nose. And I turn my. Is that understood? All right.
You might want to get the thing looked at though. I saw your icon.
Wait, what?
Will's trying to cover it for you for your recording, since that is recording again.
Yeah, there's a little bit of flicker there. I think I'll just get it checked out here soon, but I'm not going to worry about it right now.
Well, it's like, just quickly, just.
Okay. Alright, well, I'm going to go to the bay back there and probably do a little tidying up before maybe heading out, see if I can pick up anything to help with that.
Right.
I know we don't have the money for a full area conversion, but just a little bit of stuff in the right place might help.
Is this while you're still docked at the mall station before you disconnect for the night? Like when you drop off? Okay, so you're dropping off Theora and you're you wanted to run and do like a quick shopping trip for what, medical supplies?
Yes, I have one med kit, and I know I can't functionally turn that into an entire med bay, especially not with the money I have. But I'm just in character. I'm just like, look, I have a cargo bay that I can, and I'm just looking to get the kind of medical equipment I would need to sort of make a ramshackle med bay.
You can stock up on your medical supplies. I'll have to take some time to think about what kind of advantage that might confer above and beyond just a regular medical kit.
Okay. Just like get in there.
It's not going to have the same bonus as a fully fledged med bay, just because you've still got to get that. But we'll see if we can find some middle ground there.
I'm gonna try to put together like a couple of stretchers. If I can get a gurney, that'd be fucking awesome. And set up a few lights in the area and sterilize a little bit.
I mean, you can find these materials fairly easily. We'll say it costs no more than like 10 credits tops. Like disinfectants and like abiotic tarps and things are not expensive here. So.
Okay. How much do you need? I would need 6 credits because I have 4.
I can give you some if you give me some tools while you're out.
Sounds good. What do you want me to pick up?
Just a ship repair kit.
All right. If you send me the money, I will.
Yeah, I still have 419 credits.
How the?
Ooh, okay.
I have $4 to my name. Honestly, the coalition has been missing. Like, I don't know what's up with direct deposit with the coalition. I've been not getting my paychecks. How the fuck? Okay. Just take the money and I go get the stuff.
I'm just better at saving.
All right.
Cred saved is a cred earned.
Got a point.
It's only been a couple of days since you set out from Hearthman, so I mean, like it hasn't even been a full pay cycle yet. In fairness.
Oh, I know, and Valerie knows. She's just talking shit just because she can.
I need you to know personally that I have not forgotten.
I know.
I've not forgotten to pay you. You just haven't gotten paid.
I know.
Okay. All right.
I'm gonna take Wismo with me. If anybody else wants to go, I'll be heading out here in about an hour. Just getting my stuff together.
Actually, you know what? I'll go with you. You need some experience?
I can probably get. I mean, I could use some selling and buying too.
Has Kaxaw's other leg fully grown back by now?
It will be pretty close.
Yeah, I was gonna say by the end of this long rest, it should be all better.
I mean, it's three quarters of a leg now, or 2/3 at least.
See, the difference between myself and Caxos is I still have a whole spare limb. Caxos threw his leg.
Okay. So this section of this mall is arranged a little bit differently, and you have ended up docked like kind of closer to like the promenade or like a large open market area. So it doesn't take you but like 5 minutes to find the shopping center where you can procure all of these things. There's a couple of stores that ring a bell. Like there's a Spells and Shells here. There's a Medcraft and Beyond, and other places such as that. But and you got yes.
I assume that I actually have a membership card for Medcraft and Beyond.
The line of credit card.
No, not even just a line of credit card, just like a customer, like a point system or whatever.
Oh right, the frequent flyer miles.
Yes.
We go with the Fox.
If they don't have such a system, then perhaps if his is a success, it'll be inspiring them to take it up as a business model. Because goodness knows there's a lot of gearheads who like replacing bits of themselves with pieces of metal.
That's Val.
Okay, so let's see. How long are you guys spending here shopping?
Just enough time to pick up tools.
Yeah, just just no time to pick up the tools, get everything I need, stop Wismo from getting into trouble at least 3 times.
Hang on a second. Let me roll percentile for that.
Oh shit!
Oh, no.
Alright.
What have you done?
Need to find a couple.
You brought Wismo into a mall station, a brand new, unfamiliar place.
I thought it better than leaving Wismo on the ship. Okay.
I mean, it's a gamble either way. You basically got the equivalent of a weasel with a screwdriver.
Nice.
Or a booth.
Okay. Alright, so the first thing, your Wismo finds and brings you a very pretty, very ornate, very exquisitely sculpted, it looks like a pocket watch, and you hear a great lumbering thudding coming up behind you. You look around, Valerie, and you are suddenly staring up the nostrils of a rhinoceros-headed individual, who, in as much as they can be said to have an expression other than outrage, would be outraged. I say, I believe you have something of mine.
Can he see Wismo with the watch?
He sees you with the watch. Wismo's not around suddenly.
My apologies, sir. I found this on the ground. You should definitely take good care to make sure it's more secure next time. And I hand it back
Make a
to him.
deception check.
You know what? Just because I find it entertaining, if this goes wrong, I'm gonna use my actual dice.
Okay, but I have to make a...
And the roll 20 dice would have better if you pass this.
You know, actually, babe, can you just whip me up a
Yeah, just a quick throw her a d20 up there.
d20 plus 3?
Better than our average roll with her physical dice.
That's not gonna go well, and I know it. Have I already gotten the stuff by the time this happens?
Well, I'll tell you what. He looks at you. He kind of narrows his little squinty eyes a second, and he appears to consider it, and then he snorts angrily at you, and it's just... Indeed. And he kind of like looks at you out of the side of one eye, and then like stuffs it back in his pocket and stumbles off.
Isn't that the way he can look? Don't rhinoceros have side? They have on the sides of their head.
Yeah, but I'm saying is he was looking down, like the length of his head at her previously, and then like as he was turning to go, he's like,
Just side eyes.
yeah,
Yeah,
extra,
my
with
left
extra
hand-
side. He had an extra side of eyes.
Ooh.
Oh,
My left hand
excellent.
was behind my back, sending a text to Willow that Willow is gonna get probably soon. It says, "If Wismo grabs something else, would you be so kind as to palm it instead of me? I feel like you have better hands."
She gets that. She's just good.
As you press send, the lights overhead start to flicker, and then like on the one side of the corridor, they go out, like for a stretch of about like 500. So like the mall in this section, it's almost like a galleria where there's shops all along the one side, like towards the center of the spine, right?
I should not have given him a cloak to match mine.
So no. And then the outside, there's like a nice big viewport window where you can see the ships going in and out of the ports and docking and things. So there's overhead track, like lighting that goes kind of in a ring around the area, and like the whole outer track of that lighting.
I ignored it. It's obvious I can't control this child, so I'm just gonna ignore that.
Okay.
Better it happened at the mall than at our shop.
Willow just texts back. You should have done the opposite.
So
So yeah, I'm gonna add a circuitry kit to my purchasing list to explicitly for the purposes of rewiring this noodle.
Good fucking luck.
Oh yeah, I know.
Well,
I mean, if I take his batteries out.
Good old battery's not included.
Assuming
I
that
think
has
he's solar
batteries.
powered. And the guy's been. I think he's solar powered, and he's been sitting in every window as soon as we pass the stars. Like, we went right past like a fucking red giant.
Yeah, but he still has to have a battery cell.
I'm pretty sure like he's powered by spite.
Oh no!
Yeah,
he's been
no.
sitting next to me.
There's gonna definitely be a moment of Correos messing with his insides, trying desperate to disconnect his power source, and then he
You
just
know
comes
what?
back online.
So like,
no,
when I
if-
says, God, she was sitting next to me, and then just like in my head, like smash cut to the Wismo, and suddenly he's like ripped like Goku.
I'm just picturing. I'm just picturing in my mind's eye. You know what? If I'm nice to him, maybe he will slowly over time possibly be less.
I'm just giving him an upgrade.
Okay. So, are you going to go to any other stores? Or are you going to try and find anything else here? Or are you going to try and find your Wismo and get the hell out of here before something else turns up?
So I got my medical supplies. I got your circuitry kit
And ship maintenance.
and your ship maintenance stuff. I will erase the last of my credits. I have pennies to my name now. Oh, sorry, silver pieces to my name now. And sort of grub can I rustle up for like maybe 30 silver? Can I rustle up any grub?
We have rations on the ship.
Yeah, I've been eating nothing but rations throughout all of basic.
You can locate just any number of a variety of consumables. There's foods from every corner of the galaxy. There are some lovely vegetarian elvish dishes. There's some amazing meat and beer places that are quite definitely like not actually like authentic dwarven, but like dwarven adjacent.
Billa wants to find a place that serves orc cuisine. He wants to get something on a stick. Something meat on a stick.
Orcish smoked meats are legendary, and let me tell you, what pairs the best with orcish smoked meats?
What?
Goblin ferments. A goblin mead is to die.
So, yeah, I work for, like, do you remember where I worked for, Drax? We have those at Company Mix, they're great.
Oh yeah.
So-
no, I thought you were talking about looters for a second, and then I just got distracted picturing you.
Looters has
There is actually, in fact, a looters branch here that is run by an orc, and
Nice.
it's an off-menu item. But those in the know, go ahead and make me an investigation check. Let's see how.
For both of us, or just
Well, Willow was the one looking for the orc food, so
fair.
let's see how.
It
Just
is a 19.
yeah. So you find from word of mouth that the local looters here is run by a full orc lady, and she's got some really nice off-menu items. There's some really big like whole meat joints, like have been smoked like over some exotic hardwood. She gets imported from like outside of the sector. There's no goblin pickles, I'm afraid. They just got like the regular, like
Okay, so
the normal halfling kind, right? Like just the stuff that you get in Crocs, not in caves.
fair.
But
I
the-
take it. There's no kobold cuisine either, is there?
Make an investigation check.
It's 21.
That's hot. Against all expectations, you do find a little hole in the wall, kind of kobold place, tucked in like the back of like a service alleyway, right?
Mhm.
So kind of like in the in between, stuck like nestled between like two bigger restaurants. There's this little like almost like a ramen shack for kobolds, right?
Yes. Alright. Since it's ramen shack, I'm assuming that I pick up some a bottle of kobold sake.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Just that and a
I'll
little
let-
bit of.
I'll let you decide how the kobold sake tastes.
It's like Nishiraka ramen for kobolds.
Strong. Kobold sake is just a formal term. It's colloquially referred to as kobold clear.
Oh yeah, engine degreaser.
Yeah, made. You can
Or
still
it
be
tastes
out
a little bit
right?
like mud.
Surprisingly, yes.
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 The kobolds, man, they just do that. So,
So-
get some of that. Some leaders need to go.
Yeah, I'll say like just the food tab alone just runs you like 2 silver for looters, and then like another like 3 silver for the kobold.
Billa will leave a full gold at the looter's place.
Word.
I will.
Actually, no, she'll leave at least 4 gold there because she knows she's worked there.
You get a big fangly grin and a wink from the thick goblin girl with the antlers that is serving you tonight.
I'm going to leave a 5 silver tip for the kobold who got me the kobold sake.
Okay. And
It's not a big tip, but I mean, it's what I got.
you'll still get some really appreciative like wide eyes and an even toothier grin than usual, and some very fervent bowing and scraping as you make your way out of the stall.
Perfect. I got this not just to drink, although a little bit to drink, but also because, sometimes at some point we are going to run out of sanitation wipes, and just pure rice grain alcohol is going to be great.
Also does work as
She
engine.
She just holds up the bundle of sticks with huge chunks of meat on. It's like, yeah, food.
I got drinks.
Wait, Let's get back to the ship. Have a party.
Hell yeah.
So I wanted to go to a weapon shop.
Yeah, okay. You're just looking for like mundane stuff?
Yeah, pretty basic.
Yeah, okay. You do find there is a weapon shop that has like a discount rack in the back of, non-powered, non-magical stuff. And that's all market. So like they pretty much have a fabricator too, so any kind of mundane weapon that you want, you can pretty much find here.
Is there a shop owner?
It's an automat here. They basically have like a selection, like a search engine for what the materials they have, and you have like single task automatons that bring out the heavy gear that can't be replicated.
Actually, I wanted to sell.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a different. Are you gonna make a Are you gonna make a technology check because you're gonna have to work with the terminal?
It was like intelligence based, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and I'm not proficient, so that's a 2.
Okay. You managed to somehow lock the console.
Are we with Cactus? Cactus,
Are you?
Did you just go up on your own, or did we just go up on our own for food?
Did you ask for help?
That's what I meant.
I have too much pride. I will be yelling at the machine, probably. You can hear it from pretty far away.
Okay. So your pounding will actually attract the attention of the hardline attendant. So a hologram will appear, like kind of overhead of the terminal, and how may I assist you?
I want to sell a weapon, and I will actually. Yeah. Hey, can you? Okay. So, can I sell my weapon?
Awaiting input, and like a part of the wall will like open up, and a large like trough-looking thing, almost like a big tray, will slide out.
I am not comfortable with this. Do you have like anything that have been born to talk to me?
Request unclear.
Yes. Do you want me to put the thing here?
Yes, please place the item to be sold in the aperture.
No questions asked. Okay. I will put the +1 halberd there.
Okay. It doesn't disappear into the wall, but a little ray kind of plays over it for a second, and it records you, and it puts out the offer of 250 credits.
Okay. I'll take it.
Okay. And then
100?
250 credits.
Okay.
Please insert card.
What card?
It's expecting credit. The credit card.
Cactus is carrying an actual ass bag of gold pieces.
Like,
for a
right?
change.
It's like he kicks.
Oh
it
yeah,
free
I
to
have
you.
one of those. I had to make one. I will put the card.
Okay. So yeah, the as you insert the card, it locks into place, and you hear a cheerful little ding, and the tray with your halberd slams into the wall, closes shut, and you see a smiley face appear on the screen. Thank you, and your card ejects.
Nice. Now I have like all of these worthless numbers in this card. Perfect. I believe.
Actually-
I'm just imagining Caxless with the bag of gold at the checkout, just going 1, 2, 3, like an old lady with pennies.
God,
We're
I
writing a
love
check.
that.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Cactus with the checkbook is all I want now.
My bag of dice fell down just now, and they're all over the floor. I'm sad.
On the weapon shop that they said that they have all these discount basic weapons and stuff, I can buy them for the price in the book.
Uh huh.
Okay, then I can do that without taking time.
Okay. So just let me know in chat or whatever what you end up replacing.
Probably I will battle axe or something like that. 100 something.
Okay. All right. And finally, Calamity. Where were you hanging out? Or are you staying on the ship?
No, I need to find a buyer for extra cargo.
So about that, shortly after your arrival on the station, you receive an encrypted message on your personal communicator. It's addressed from Guy's Guy. Okay. Do you open it? Okay. So when you open it, it basically there's no message content except a small hologram of a circle with a dot around the edge of it, and it's pulsing very faintly.
Great. Compass instead of actual coordinate. I guess I have no choice but to follow the pulsing to the strongest.
Okay. Go ahead and make a survival check to navigate the hallways of the mall, because you're going around the back ways, and it's not really clearly marked what's around here.
Also, side note, keep an eye out for any loose valuables.
Okay. Well, while you're doing your survival thing first, and then you can make an investigation or
I love that it's
perception. make a perception check to see if you can spot anything just lying about.
Okay. 22 on the survival check.
Okay, so you don't get lost. You manage to navigate the back ways and conduits and service elevators and things fairly efficiently. It only takes you about 5 minutes to reach the destination, which, as you come out from like one of the service corridors and you bear to the right, you actually can see about 50 feet in front of you the promenade, and standing about 20 feet in front of you is a guy that looks very much like Mr. Guy. He's wearing a slightly different colored armor. Definitely of a bluer hue as opposed to the red from before.
Okay. Not to break in real quick, 5 for perception. And at least walking up to him, I'd say, "Hello, Luigi."
You can't really make out an expression behind the helmet, but in as much as the helmet could be said to be looking at you, it was looking at you with disdain, I would say. And it's his microphone clicks on. It's, "We don't have time for all that bullshit. Where's the stuff?
Where's the credits?
Where's the stuff?"
Here it on my ship. Where are the credits?
"In my pocket, and there they're gonna stay until I get the stuff. So come on, let's go to your ship."
Taken back the way we came, and I do want to try and swipe anything.
Yes, so about that. While you're back there, you do find a dropped wallet with a credit card of indeterminate value on it. You also find a couple of cast-off sets of clothes. You find a half-drank can of Crash, and for just a hot moment, you think you saw the shadow of the Wismo disappearing down a vent.
Ignoring everything else except for the card, I would definitely want to talk.
Okay. You'll need to find an arcane terminal at some point in the future and pass a hack check to access the contents of the card and not flag it as stolen. Does your ship have a built-in arcane terminal?
I thought almost every yes, because that was one of the things that we had to hack into on the very first day.
Quite well put. So, then yeah, you would be able to do that, but maybe it could wait until after you concluded your business with Guy's guy.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
All right. So he follows you back to your ship and waits for your lead. Since this is your ship, he's not going to like just barge fucking in there.
That's appreciated, but I would take him straight back to what I'm assuming would have to be a hidden compartment, or at least very well disguised section of cargo.
In this case, the message that you had received from Guy was that you had basically had this this particular batch of cargo was stacked in a unmarked box that was packed in the back corner of Cargo Bay 2. It wasn't actually like in the subsurface deck because this wasn't that kind of a run. But the packaging, like that's inside of the box, is just simply labeled caffeine.
Nice cover. So yeah, I'd take him straight to it.
All right. He'll look at you. He'll look at it. He'll look back at you. He'll pull out a doodad from his belt there and kind of wave it over the sample, and he'll examine it critically for a second, nod to himself, and he'll hand over another cred card with a gold seal on it, and you can see that this is basically bearer bond credits that this is the kind of stuff that they hand over for like assassin jobs and something, so this might be blood money. Like, you don't know what kind of line of work this guy is in, but you suspect that he came by this particular bag of riches using decidedly less than legal means, which isn't surprising considering what you're doing right now. But rather more violent means than what we're doing today here.
True, but so long as he's not pointing the blaster my way, I don't exactly have a problem.
All right, as agreed. Pleasure. And he'll grab the flat and attach an anti-gravity device to it and drag it on out of there. Looking kind of like furtively out the corridor before he leaves, and then like dashing down the hallway with his ill-gotten goods.
Kylo would go ahead and sit down to them, but going out anywhere fancy. I'm good with it.
Okay.
There's some business I wanted to handle real quick. One last thing, sorry. When I got the grappling arm, do I actually have the replacement arm still with me? Is that a different prosthetic, or was my thing created?
No, it replaces the replacement arm.
Okay, so I have a replacement arm.
You have one arm. There's only one arm slot for grafts, right?
No.
You can't have left arm, right arm. So the replacement arm that you had when you began was itself replaced by the grappling hook arm.
That's okay. That's what I was wanting to know. Can I take that spare arm that is strictly replacement? Can I take that down to the craft store and try to resell it?
You actually left it at the previous mall station when you had the other one installed.
I thought I specifically took it with me, but okay.
All right. Well, we can review that, and I'll retcon your costs. But I mean, ultimately, it went towards the purchase of the new like the
Oh, okay.
like the actual like surgical costs. Like materials is one thing, but the installation costs are something else.
Okay, never mind. I don't have it then. So brings me to another point of business. After we eat, I looked up. I'm just gonna look at Willow and be like, so we should find. I should definitely find Wismo.
I don't really feel good with him on the ship, honestly. If the little flickering lights or anything go by and stealing from people as anything go by. But yeah, we should definitely get him out of trouble.
Or we could just pick him up in the morning. I mean,
And risk him doing irreparable to the entire mall. Because cause the death of a ship.
We could do that. We could wait until morning because I mean his imprints on you. He's not gonna be. He's not gonna just wander off without coming back to you.
yeah. Do I have any way to message Wismo?
You do not.
I do fear leaving him here to potentially wreak havoc.
Sure. I guess going to go hunt for Wismo, and after we get Wismo, we come back and have our drinks.
You need to make a survival check.
All right.
You need to track that Wismo.
Do you ask
So you need me
this?
to go in the bed?
I will actually. Willow said she'd help me, but I'm also going to ask Kala because she knows more about technology than I do.
Okay, so make your survival check at advantage then.
Alright. Oh, wait, sorry. Wrong thing. The first one's a 13, and the second one's a 10. So I got a 13 to try to find wisdom, which the nature of wisdom tells me 13 is not enough.
Okay, so as you start searching in earnest, like backtracking from the place where you saw the lights go out and you start looking for signs, you don't find Wismo right off. What you do find is kind of a telltale trail of destruction. There are, plugs unplugged. There are fittings unfastened. There's a couple of air vents that have vent covers taken off of them, and you can hear clanging and metallic chirpy giggling. And so yeah, it takes you quite a while to basically follow this trail, and you don't ever really seem to catch up with it for like the first hour. So do you want to try that again?
Would it help if Kala gave her the last known position?
Not as such, because like you don't have the means to detect with sensors like where, like, you can't pinpoint the Wismo's location. And
But I did see a ship.
yes, but that was about an hour ago.
I will walk to Kala. I mean, what does that thing eat? We can probably set a trap.
It eats the rage of its masters.
Willa just looks to Val and just goes, and then they'll be like waiting for us in the ship.
Possibly, but let me.
Is there someone guarding the ship?
Kala. Well, he's on the ship, obviously.
Oh,
Not necessarily guard. Didn't guard it as if it would not.
It might.
Yeah, I guess I'll look for one more hour before I decide. If he wants to see us, he knows where we are.
Okay, well, go ahead and make your next survival check.
Just straight up or advantage or.
Are you getting an assist from anyone?
Well, since we are the civil ball of chaos together.
So I'm getting the assist from Willow. Got a 24 and I got a 21.
All right.
That feels better.
That does feel better. And this time you managed to basically like move fast enough to catch up to the path of the tornado. You do hear the sound of heavy mechanical walking, and you look up and you see your Wismo has apparently commandeered a loading mech.
How tall is the loading mech?
It is large size.
I would like to grappling up to the cockpit.
It's basically a frame that's, well, I mean, like you've seen Aliens, right? Like you've seen the
Yeah.
power loader. It's
Yeah.
effectively one of those. Like, not to borrow too heavily from popular media here,
Yeah.
but that's literally what it is. It's a big power loading mech designed to move crates around in the docking ring.
Hey,
So,
buddy. Wismo, you wanna go chill out for a little bit? We're gonna have some drinks. You want one?
he kind of like stops, looks around at you, and then like waves one of the big pincher arms, and then turns around and reaches up and like tries to pull on some glowy element in the wall. You're not really sure what it is. It could be a light, it could be a capacitor, but he likes it and he wants it.
Alright,
Buddy, you got boys.
if you want glowy, I pump magic through my eye into overdrive, so when my eye turns just like really bright green.
He doesn't appear to be paying you any attention.
Fuck.
Will is going to run up to the back and try and get inside of it.
Okay. Go ahead and make an acrobatics check. I want to see how well you can climb this guy.
While this is going down, I'm gonna use my bounty hunter feature to mark Wismo.
Oh no. Okay. Yeah, no, you basically like do a flying leap onto the leg and like kind of starfish off the side of it for a second and then fall back to the ground.
Ah, damn it. I'm gonna grab Willow around the waist and try to just grappling up there.
Okay. Make your acrobatics check to like swing up there and land on the back of this power loader without falling off.
That's an 8.
Twinsies.
Yeah, so you grapple and you try to like swing her up, but your grip on Willow isn't very strong, and so you kind of misjudge your swing and end up hitting the side of the wall. Not hard enough to damage you, but you don't land on the back of the mech.
Happens to Willow.
Sorry.
So it's at this point that his little grabby claw actually does grab a hold of the purple thing and pulls it off, and it cracks effectively, just shatters under his hand. And there's like a light purple gas steeps out of it. And he makes a sad little and then just hops out of the mech. Doesn't even turn it off. Like, it's still staying powered on, but he just hops down and scampers off.
You go get that, I'll get him.
Alright.
She's gonna run after him.
Alright, I'm just gonna like slowly recall the fucking cable and just bring myself up as much as I can.
Okay, try your acrobatics check to clamber into the mech.
It's fine when I do this. 9. I did a little bit better.
You don't manage to climb into the cockpit, but while you're fumbling around to try and get in there, you do manage to hit the power button and deactivate the mech.
That's all I needed.
Kind of by accident.
I just zipped down and yeah, help Willow try to catch Wismo.
Yep. After you do that, though, you are approached by 2 amoeboid guards. Margaret Target's wondering what you're doing here.
Sure.
Just tell him
There
about
is a. Wait, what?
when you hear Willow in your, just tell them about the damn robot if anyone comes asking.
Fine. Okay. There's a Wismo that imprinted on me.
Oh God! What the fuck?
I didn't buy it. It imprinted on me, and I can't get rid of it. And now it's running around the mall. And I'm sorry. I'm trying to get it under control.
They completely forget about you. Like, they immediately turn face left and start schlepping down the corridor as fast as they can go. One of them raises a communicator to its ear. We've got a wild one!
So
And
I do
in the distance, you start hearing alarm klaxons.
Nope. You answered my question.
Where is Willow getting close to catching it at all at this point?
I just click on the communicator.
Willow? Were you going after the Wismo?
It was bolting.
Okay, cool. Make me a perception check.
Do you get advantage because of the giant ass explosion?
No, but you don't get disadvantage because at least you saw where he went.
Alright. It's a 12.
Okay, you do see like the faintest flicker of a shadow of his like tearing ass down the left forward, like going down the left side of the intersection you're at.
I'm gonna bonus action dash towards him.
Okay. You catch him currently trying to furiously unscrew a vent panel.
No, you don't, you little bastard. I'm gonna try to just dive and grab him.
He's got a cape on now, so just go for the cape. I promise. I screwed it into him.
Alright, are you going to attempt to grapple, or are you going to try, what are you going to do?
I'm gonna try and just, how big is he?
He's small.
Soda can.
So, like, is
Tiny,
he
I
soda
guess.
can? Is he soda can size?
I'll
I'm
double
holding
check
Wismo.
that. I mean, 1 second. I'll look. I will double check that, but I think he's tiny, so he might just be a small.
It's not huge.
They are tiny. Yes.
Okay, so what I want to do is I want to try and grab him, like, from either side, and just hold him in the air to just, like, make sure he can't grab anything.
Oh, there's
Okay.
small ones at the ends. Shit.
Okay, so go ahead and make a grapple attempt.
So what is that?
Attack roll.
Attack.
Like a grapple, unarmed attack.
Okay, so it's 1d20 plus strength, right? Good. That's 0, so the strength d20.
I think grapple or athletics checks. So
Well, this is just to hit him, so like this is just to be able
Yeah.
to catch it first.
5.
You dive and it skitters out of the way. Yeah, it jumps over your head and continues trying to unscrew the panel, and it's got 3 screws off now.
Oh no.
I click my thing. Whoa, the local mall guards are on it. I say we just let them take care of it.
They're right on top of me. He's trying to get into a vent.
Oh, shit, alright, I'm gonna bolt it towards Willow, doing dash actions.
Is this over our group communication line?
Uh-huh.
Is this, so Kala would hear all
I mean, I was intending to just go to Willow, but it's a private line to Willow because Val set that up. But this is better if I accidentally did it over the group line.
Okay, I'm not trying to die from again. Screw it.
Okay.
What? 5 again. How is that?
Okay, so you attempt to dive again, and you end up like missing wildly, but you end up kind of mushing your face right, which is great. And as you do, what's your passive perception?
My passive is 13.
Okay, so as you face smush against the air grate there, you happen to notice 2 glowy blue pixelated eyes looking straight into yours on the other side of the grate.
Is Wismo still trying to get into the grate? Or
Wismo is still clambering over your head, trying to unscrew the grate.
So is my face like smushed against the actual grate? Like, can he not get in as long as I'm on top of it?
I mean, as long as you stay smushed up against it, yes.
Okay, I'm going to stay smushed against it.
Okay.
My hand goes to my comm and just goes, there's another one in a grate.
Oh, fuck. How soon before I get there?
About 2 turns, but I would say you probably have caught up by the time that just went down, so you get to see her smash face.
Alright,
You would have come around the corner into view at least by that point.
You see Willow with like her like keeping herself like forcibly pressing herself into the vent while her arm is just flailing around trying to smack and grab him. It's just smacking around like her searching for it.
I'm assuming she's against a wall. And
Yeah.
I'm assuming there's another wall like over here or something like that.
Oh, I thought it was a 4 grate.
The ventilation grate itself is on the wall, but it's like in basically a bare corridor. Like you're back in the service area, right? There's nothing else around. It's just an air vent. It is in the wall itself. It's not on the floor.
Alright, so I'm just gonna shoot my grappling arm like on the wall, just like perpendicular to Willow. Just hold it there for a second and try to line up the shot to just zip through and try to spearfish grab Wismo.
I love the extraness of the dynamic. Please proceed with your attack roll to try and catch this little sumbitch.
Alright, I guess this is a strength check?
No,
Strength
this is an
check.
attack roll to see if you can hit him, and then
Alright.
we'll get to the grappling after that.
No, what am I adding to this attack?
It's just your strength.
That's
Just attack plus. Yeah, it's d20 plus strength.
D20 plus one.
Yeah, because it's an unarmed strike effectively.
7.
Woo, lads! So
I guess
you
I don't
end
get
up
bonus.
no, but you do end up crashing spectacularly into Willow and dislodging her from the grate, which is now hanging open, kind of like ajar. So like the wall was here, and now it's hanging open like that much.
As they go tumbling to the ground, we'll see them trying to get into the grate when now it's open.
I mean, you just see one Wismo on your side, but you saw 2 blue, glowy, pixelated eyes on the inside of the vent.
I think now that the grate's open, is Willow trying to get into.
It's about to.
Willow just seeing this happen and just seeing having seen everything, she just like it's a moment of just like clarity where seeing all goes into slow-mo, and suddenly she is not in your like not up against you, Willow, as she just turns into a solid like bluish sort of like glow of energy, and then it's gone and just like grabs both of them and disappears right in front of me. I'm gonna spend my telestep ability for the first time.
Okay, so you are no longer prone. I still need you to make another attack grab. What kind of an action is that? Tell us that.
It's a bonus action.
Cool.
I'm rolling the same. It's a 7.
You're no longer prone. The Wismo disappears into the corridor, or into the vent.
Can I still? I'm at the vent though now. Can I still see where it's at going?
You can, I mean, if you want to shine a light up in there, it's a vent. It's dark in there.
I got dark vision.
Oh, okay. Well then, yeah, you can see where they're going. You
Wismo,
can
come
see,
back here right this instant.
So-
I'm trying the mom voice.
You can see Wismo kind of like he's scampering down in the vent, and there's a second Wismo that looks like a paint can with RC wheels and like little tiny clamper arms, and it's like rolling very precariously, kind of bouncing back and forth like a Segway. Although at this particular moment, it is rolling forward at a very extreme tilt and going hellbent for leather away from him.
Wait, so he's Mo from Wally? Or just Wally?
No,
It's
but
an RC can with 2 wheels. It's literally this with a pair of wheels on the bottom.
no, a paint can. It's the size of this one's the size of a paint can, right?
Oh.
And kind of like it's big squat, like it's a bigger boy than the first Wismo was. So now there's 2 of them.
I go over to Willow. Hey,
Just got her hand just in there, just like.
hey, Willow.
Yep.
This is the mall cops. This is the mall security officer's problem now. You and I can go because I need a drink, and I think you need a drink too.
Did she actually say more cops?
I said mall cops, yes.
Did she actually say that?
mall cops.
Did she actually say that?
Yes.
So she
This
actually,
is it's in the capable hands of Officer Blart.
All flarp, all cops.
Willow stops and then she just registers that you actually said more cops, and she just starts laughing. And she's like, okay.
And in the distance, you hear a faint fading.
Wismo, I love you, you little bastard.
She
We're
points
leaving
into the-
either tomorrow or the next day. If you're not on the ship, you get left behind. Love you. Bye.
Willow points and says, I'm not done with you yet. And she points into the vent and she says, I'm not done with you.
Narrator, they will be done with it.
And then she walks off and she just stops like, wait. And she finally processes the fact that she was in one place 1 second and then another place the next. It's like,
Yeah, how long have you been able to do that?
she stops. She looks like she's like really processing stuff. She goes, just looking at her hands, just momentarily stunned. She's like,
Are you okay, love? I'm gonna look her down like medical officer style and like see if she's medically okay.
just like, are you just like doing that, like drawing the face, check the eyes and things like that?
Like,
So,
calm down, it's okay. I'm checking checking your lymph nodes, checking just open your eyes, just flashlight, look at the light,
Like,
looking for
balls.
pupil dilation.
Like, yeah, I feel okay.
You don't have the squeamies, do you? Usually after okay, I forget what the fucking term is. There's a slang term in the book for queasiness after rope jump.
Haha.
It's like,
So
no.
I'm whatever that term is. I forgot what it is off the top of my head. I'm like, you don't have. Are you feeling that?
No, I feel okay, I guess.
All right.
She pauses for a second. She goes, like, feels the back of her neck, right where the spine meets the brain. She just goes, "Is that
I
happening?"
captured down footage if you want to view it later.
She's like,
And
that felt that way before I did that. Hell.
she can't see this, but in my brain computer, I've opened up created a brand new file. Well, actually, I've opened my medical file that I have for everyone on the ship, which is stored under the same place as medical files for a whole bunch of named and tagged animals.
She goes,
Editing Willow's file, displacement ability, with a bunch of question marks.
She just has this really far off kind of look as she's just rubbing her finger along that spine. I think you're right. I think I need a drink right now. She's sort of just like half zombie-ish, kind of walking towards where they got there, or towards the ship to have the kobold like engine cleanser.
I'm just gonna, basically just hold out my arm so she can like hang on to it if she needs to.
She's like almost just sort of like half asleep, kind of just does that, just a little, almost like someone in shock.
Yeah, actually, perfect. I'm gonna take off my cloak and just wrap it around Willow as a shock blanket, because that is literally the purpose of my character having a cloak.
Nice.
Just put it around you as a shock blanket. Like, let's go
Right,
down.
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we walk back to the ship.
All right. So that's everyone going back to the ship now? All right. So, once everyone has returned to the vessel, you guys are ready to depart on sublight engines and basically wait out the 8-hour cooldown on your vessel. Are you guys going to be doing cruising speed in the direction of your flight path, or are you just going to sit idle on your drift? Kala?
She absolutely needs to catch up, so she's going to be pushing it as far and as hard as she can.
Okay, well, you can lock in the engines for sublight cruising on the flight path. So basically what happens here will be that you've run out of maws to jump through now, and the next set of warp jumps will be 5 warps from this maw to the planet Fornax, which lies at the very center of the hypotenuse in this particular section of space. If you refer back to the Roll20 menu, you can see the pink leg of this journey here. That's going to be actually 5 dark matter jumps, which you will begin after 8 hours. But we can get you underway in the meantime. So I'm going to go ahead and roll your hours. Who's taking watch? Are you guys going to set up a watch, or are y'all just going to go to bed?
I mean, Kala would be the first one setting up.
I only need 4 hours for a long rest, and I'm fully aware of my entire surroundings. That entire power down time, so I will take that. I'll take a watch.
All right.
Uis, you're muted, man.
Uis, doesn't seem like you're muted, but you're like very far away from your mic or something.
Your headphones.
Oh, your headphones.
mic.
Bring your mic
Yeah.
down.
Like,
Bring your
there
mic.
you go.
Okay.
There you go. You got it.
Yeah. I mean, I have a question. To make a watch, do you need like to use technology of some sort or anything?
Make a what?
Watch.
To make a watch. A watch.
Make a watch? I mean,
Yeah.
yes, to a greater or lesser degree, you will. Like, arcane timepieces exist, but they're still viewed as like magitech here.
I
don't think that's why. What do you?
I don't think Cactus is a tech person at all, really.
He's really
Um,
not.
I mean, he
No,
will be
so-
watching through the windows.
No, you're just literally watching for the big red exclamation mark to come up on the main screen.
Yeah,
You
basically.
got this.
Yeah, so I'm assuming at this point I do have my ramshackle med bay set up, so I'll finish working on that before I go and watch.
Okay. All right. So thankfully, the night passes uneventfully. Nobody and nothing molests your ship while you're traveling through the black away from the Maw Station. You don't make a whole lot of headway because you are traveling at sublight speeds, but it's better than a poke in the eye with a sharp stick. At the end of the 8th hour, as you guys are basically setting up for the morning watch,
I have a leg now.
yes, you have a leg up on the competition, and of course everyone is all nice and healed and healthy and hale and hearty, and other H words. Kalahari, you notice that the engine readouts are indicating that the arcane radiation has cooled off enough now that you can begin the 2 warp jumps for the day, and it's got the coordinates ready and laid in.
Punch it.
Okay. Okay. All right. Yes. So, as you engage your dark matter drive, you hear the familiar minute-long countdown as the engines begin to queue up and start their warp sequence. There is that strange forward-falling compression feeling that you get from dark matter warping, and when you pop out, you are in a slightly different stretch of the black, and then you get a proximity alert. There's something on the sensors.
Okay, that would be something to warn the crew. I'll get a hail through the ship. Got something on our sensor ready.
The yellow alarm or something.
Basically, just to be prepared. No idea what it is yet, but not being prepared for the station.
Willow, would you like to take the gunner's chair, or shall I?
I got it.
Okay. I'm gonna just either head to the med bay and just be ready to, I don't know,
Triage.
I guess.
All right. So at this point, you should be able to see your ship.
Yeah.
This cone is that's your turn radius. So let me try and get this fixed so it'll actually stay on you. Yeah, there you go. You have 3,000 feet of movement, and you should be able to, yeah, like that. So that, Sage, can you see the Roll20 menu window? Okay, so you see that gray bubble that you have there? Okay, that's your movement. That's your perimeter of movement per round. Yeah.
Should we declare our roles, such as captain,
Yes.
gunner, engineer?
Now would be a good time for that.
All right. Let you go first.
Engineer.
The engineer. All right.
Yeah.
That's true. So I think
Yeah. How many gunner chairs?
I believe this ship has 2 gunner positions.
Yes.
I will.
Yes, it does. Engineer, 2 gunners, a pilot, and 2 passengers.
Does anybody want to take the captain role?
There's not a captain role in this ship.
Okay. Well, I
It's-
guess.
Pilot, 2 gunners, and the engineer, and then Caxos.
And the tax.
I
Which will
guess
be
I'll
waiting in the door,
Take, gunner. I'll take the
just in
second.
case we can board someone.
Yeah, you're the organic repair.
Taking the second gunner.
Yeah, Cax, you're just the boarding crew.
Pilot,
Cax.
please. Everyone, please roll initiative since you don't have a captain to set the initiative for the ship.
Thankfully, with our innovative design, we have advantage on initiative.
Yay!
Oh,
Like
I see.
individually or
Yeah, so you'll have to do this. You don't have a captain to coordinate your movements, so your actions will happen when they happen, as opposed to all on the ship's turn versus all on whatever's turn.
So each roll twice.
Yeah, you would roll for advantage with your
Okay, so was that for me? Yeah, it's for you. Cool. I got a nat 20 out of 23.
hot diggity damn. Okay.
20?
Hell yeah, we're actually rolling good this time. Yes.
Only because of advantage. You see those 2 roll.
Oh yeah. You see, I always have advantage on initiative rolls. So this is baseline good for me.
it's telling me that I have to either roll command for the value or selected token or token for selected. Rolling for
All right. So
Might just
what,
have to roll it.
yeah, I was gonna say just do it in the chat.
30-20 for Colin.
Hey, you know, I actually have a spell.
I'll take that. I'll take that natural 20 plus 4, so 24.
Good grief.
so
Everybody's
very on
like
brand
just-
of me. I got a 15 at advantage.
Cool. Love it. All right. So engineer, we begin with you.
Wouldn't it be Val? Val's
you-
23, I have a dirty 20.
How'd you get a 26?
Oh, I must have misheard what they said. I'm sorry.
Oh, you probably mixed up Kala and Correos's things because I feel like Kala, did you get the 26?
I got a dirty 20.
I think I just misheard what
Okay.
they said, and I just heard. So okay, so let's fix that. So it's 24 for
It's
Willow,
20 for Boom Squid.
23 for Val,
Mm-hmm.
and then dirty 20 for both Kala and Boom Squid. What's your dex mods?
+2.
I
Okay.
believe- Yes.
Okay, Texas and 12 something.
Right, Caxos' turn to be I encourage violence.
Get me closer.
Coming closer, I want to hit them with my sword.
That's it. That's always her thing. Okay, so then I guess
no,
it's
I'm
really
back.
Willow. The gunners go first, and then the pilot. So gunners, you don't see anything within firing range.
Ready to actually shoot anything.
Okay.
Is it my turn now?
Yeah.
Hey, Kala, if we see something, are you looking to try to fight it, or are we looking to try to book it?
If it's hostile, shoot first.
Because I can give us cover if you want to book.
We may need that if evasive maneuvers are required. For the moment, nothing
Also-
got it yet.
Kala, start a 10 count per round, and you have now the counter stands at 10. This is the readout on the engine. You can initiate another arcane jump or another dark matter jump now, but it will take 1 minute to charge, which is represented by that 10 count. So if you decide to initiate a warp jump with your turn, you begin counting that down, and when you hit 0, you jump. So you go from 10 to 9, and then you would jump on 0.
Well, I'm going to follow Willow's lead and ready in action to fire. Like, just hold my action to throw lasers at anything that shows up.
Okay. Kala?
Change course to
Okay. Are you just going to move and not trigger the dark matter jump?
for the moment.
Okay. Yes. And here. So you can also turn up to that amount. So you can either turn into a diagonal, up or down, if you want to adjust course.
Get another ping from proximity.
Hold on. So checking my stats here. You do get another proximity alert, yes. Shortly after you finish moving into position, you get another ping that something is coming up behind you on the port stern. About 7 o'clock, maybe 8 o'clock.
9 o'clock rock.
We'll call
Nice.
it 7:30.
All right. Can the gunners be able to rotate in 360 degrees?
Yeah, the auto turrets on this ship are all range.
Okay. Sorry, brain just blacked out there for a second. Kala would just give a heads up to the gunner's position of the ping.
Okay.
I do want to hold my own if we are fired upon.
Okay. Well, you remain resolutely unshot at as of right now. Caxos, your turn.
Boom squid.
Oh, Boom Squid, sorry.
Yeah,
Karos.
I'm just
Karos.
gonna. I'm assuming the ship has a shield.
It does.
I'm just gonna have the shield face port.
Who has the stat block of the ship?
I have it, and I will copy and paste it into the Discord for you.
Thank you.
Wrote it down on my.
One hot second. I actually have to read Discord because. But just really quick, AC is 14, mega hit points is 50, 8 shield points. Class 2 dark matter engine, impulse speed of 3,000 feet, 90-degree maneuverability. You have the attack rolls for you gunners. Just know that it's a +5 to hit. Range is 3,000 to 9,000 feet. It's 3d4 mega radiant damage on a hit, and you each have one of them.
I have a question.
Yes.
Does my archering fighting style give me an additional +2 since this is a range attack?
It does not translate to shipboard weapons very well.
Darn. Oh well.
Okay. So you're just positioning the shields. Okay. Now Caxos.
Okay, I will walk to the bridge
Mm-hmm.
and tell my friends, for the glory of Queen Ultraxia, we got this fight, and the 2 gunners and the pilot will get blessed. So on your attack rolls and saving throws, you have an extra d4 to add for 1 minute.
For the glory of Queen Atraxia!
Glory of Atraxia.
And I will look at all the bibs and machines and say, like, magic bitches. So you can...
Ricochet adds file under Caxos. Deity, Queen Atraxia.
All right. So
that's my turn.
Okay. Very good. You notice on the sensors, Kala. You notice the ping is getting closer and closer and closer, and pretty soon you can see it's coming up on your close range, and you can positively identify a space shark is bearing down on you from port. And it used its entire movement to try and reach you, so it can't take a bite, but you now have a space shark basically swimming in space alongside of you.
I don't think an animal handles. Oh.
Did it look like it was coming toward us, so like in a hostile manner?
It's making a beeline for you.
Right. So
Is it
then,
at ramming?
Well, it's used up its entire movement to just get next to you. So thankfully, it doesn't have anything left in it to bite with this turn. But you now have a shark riding sidecar with you.
well, I held my action until something can't look hostile, so I guess I get to shoot it.
I did too. I don't think I can animal handle something that's outside the ship, can I?
No, you can't. You can't interact with it in a significant way here.
Well, I disagree. Shooting is very significant.
Yeah, but
So-
not in a way to handle it, except to handle it.
So what are you rolling for attacks?
+5, I think it said.
Yes,
Plus-
plus d20 plus 5.
It's your proficiency and dexterity modifier. Those
The
mods
attack-
are for the NPC. For if the ship is being held as an NPC.
I know, but he told us +5.
Just literally reading the rules.
Do I recognize the design of the ship at all?
It's not a ship; it's a shark.
Plus a D4, right?
Yeah.
Because of Wes.
Yes.
I will also do it at the plus. Oh fuck!
So that is a 16.
D20 +5 plus a D4. I gotta.
Oh, I didn't.
Do I get to make that roll at advantage since it had, or has it acted in combat yet?
It has
No,
is not acted in I mean, it moved, but it also dashed. So, no.
So that was a 16 for reloaded.
Yeah. So, yeah, that hits.
Damage is
I'm assuming it's
3d4.
23 does too.
Yeah, it definitely does. 3d4 mega radiant damage.
right. So just 4 mega.
5 mega radiant.
Okay, 5 mega radiant from Val, and how much from Willow?
Just 4.
Okay. Yeah, you definitely catch a couple of solid hits on it, but space shark. It's big. It's like it's close to the size of your actual shuttle, honestly. So, you put some chunks in it, but it's not slowing down, and it's not backing off.
Top of the round again.
Yep.
Gotta shoot this thing again. Say soft 20 to hit.
Hits.
So that's 7 mega radiant damage to it.
7 mega radiant damage to it. Okay.
Wait, does my sneak attack apply to this? Wait, no, this is not flanked by anything. Right?
It's not. No.
Oh, well, it's your turn.
Okay. Next is
I presume
Next is Valerie.
next-
next is you again. So you said that was 7.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Gotcha.
I don't presume there's any point in casting Hunter's Mark on this thing since it's got mega hit points and Hunter's Mark doesn't deal mega damage.
I mean, you could try, but it would be a bit like spitting in the eye. And I don't think doesn't that need. We don't have an arcane cannon for you to cast like non-mega spells through, so I don't know if you'll be able to apply that to this situation.
Fair enough. I guess I will just do the thing.
Do the thing.
I will shoot it. Just 20 plus 5. And that's.
Still get the D4.
Wait, I still get the D4? Okay.
For a minute.
Or is it just one D4 that doesn't get reused?
It's it before for a minute. You just have that blessed for a minute as long
Yeah,
as Cax
so you
is
got
holding
23.
it.
Okay, so I got another 23 to hit,
Hits.
dealing 8 mega damage,
Nice.
proving that Valerie is just as good with a gun as she is as a scalpel.
Nice. Okay. Kella.
So, I need to know how often I evasive.
It's an action. You can use it once, I believe once per turn, per round.
Okay. Does that? So it does count as my action, not the.
You can use evasive maneuvers and then still move.
Yes. Yeah, because evasive maneuvers, it instead of moving, well, now the text cuts off here, so I got to check that in the actual source guide. What is it? Tell me what it is you're planning to do.
Basically, my evasive maneuvers would allow us to trick shot. While I'm pulling this maneuver, we get one gunner weapon.
Yes. Okay. So yes, that would work. Here, let me go ahead and finish uploading the stat block to the Discord for you guys. There you go. You're talking about the tricky shot action.
Oh, the tricky shot.
Yeah. So, no, that's fine. And yes, you can go ahead and do that.
Do I pick which gunner gets the attack, or do we roll for it?
I'd say go ahead and just pick one. We don't have to mess with it.
Willow, take a shot.
Right.
DM, take a shot.
DD.
It's always D&D.
14.
Just hits. It's not a clean shot, but you catch him in the flank.
Nice. Take it.
Does the trick
Yeah,
shot?
4 damage.
That doesn't give us any sort of bonus dodge or.
Give me one hot second. I'm actually back in the ship combat rules in the PDF itself. Because the quick reference that I was using was a draft from the DM screen that they're going to be putting out, and there's actually a typographical error in there. So it says, if your ship is corvette-sized or smaller, this is evasive maneuvers, you can use your action to perform evasive maneuvers instead of moving normally. When you do so, until the beginning of your next turn, you can add your Dex modifier, Kala, to the ship's AC, and you have advantage on Dex saving throws that you make on behalf of the ship.
Okay, so we can't make the move after the evasive maneuver.
No. So that you're instead of moving your movement, you're basically just kind of juking all over the place in place.
Hey, that works for me because I get to put my Dex towards our AC.
Yes. Which, referring back to the text in the Discord now, your AC is 14 plus your Dex.
So we have a total of 8.
Cool beans. And it will soon matter. So that's your turn? Okay. Boom Squid.
So leaving the shield, facing
Sure.
towards the shark, because obviously, let's see. Only real thing that I could do that would be productive is direct power from the shields to the weapons. If you guys want to take the risk, let's everybody make extra shots. But the shield.
We've got
I
to
would
keep making
keep the shield
evasive
personally.
It goes the other way. You're drawing ship power from the weapons to reinforce the shield system.
No, you can take it. You can use your action to deactivate the shield and direct its power elsewhere, either to the impulse engines or.
Oh, okay. I see
ship
what you're saying.
weapons. Yeah.
Gunner can make an extra attack, so you both get 2 attacks if
If I do it.
you do that. Okay.
Yeah.
I see. Yeah. Fair enough.
I would like to keep shield, but if Will and Kala feel otherwise, then I'll gladly go with whatever you say. Whatever happens.
I say we take the risk.
I'm not in the engine room. I can't stop
Doubling.
you.
Yeah, doubling attacks.
Okay. That's exciting. Do you have any bonus action items that you can do while you're not
No.
necessarily articulated, but just anything bonus action related? I know
Yeah,
it's
the only
still
bonus
early
action thing I can do is to move the shield,
days. Okay.
which not doing.
Not doing that. All right. Caxos, are you doing anything this turn besides getting sick from all the loop-de-loops?
Adding glory to the feeding, probably.
I have climbing speed, so I don't shake that much.
Oh, okay. So you just like cling to the deck plates.
Yeah, I will do that and probably start readying my healing stuff just in case.
Okay. Okay. So the space shark, it sees you kind of buzzing around like a mad, just in space insect.
Mad Cat.
Yeah, effectively. And it is going to try and take a bite out of you if it can catch you with its plus 70. The 17 misses. It does not have multi-attack, so it only chomps down and misses the hull of the ship by the merest fraction. The shockwave, it carries over even in space. You're not really sure how or why. Also, in defiance of all sense, you hear it roar. Top of the initiative.
Alright, so I get to make 2 shots at this thing, right? Because of the periodic power.
With an extra 1d4 for the roll
For the
because
bless.
of bless.
As long as I don't lose concentration, which I did then.
Sure, we don't knock you out accidentally. Got it.
Apps.
You also have, like,
Okay, so your first attack goes wide. Are you adding that? Yeah, you added that D4 to it.
Yeah,
Okay.
this one's a 15.
Okay, the second shot connects.
Alright, that's 7.
Okay, it's starting to look pretty jacked up.
Last turn.
You can see like through your gunner scope. You can see that after that last shot, you can see like flecks and sparkles like trailing out of the back of the bullet or the wound on the shark, and you can see that it's bleeding, but it's freezing immediately and breaking off in like blood stardust.
Val, you're up.
Alright.
I assume you're just taking shots?
I am doing what I used to do every single Friday night. I'm just gonna take shots like no tomorrow. And I'm assuming I don't have advantage, so I'm just gonna
You get
take
2 attacks.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
So, first attack.
The first attack is 14,
14 hits.
doing 10 mega damage.
Yeah.
And I take the other attack at a 25. I'm not even gonna ask if a 14 hits. I'm not even gonna ask if a 25.
Nope.
Doing
Yes.
a grand total of 16 mega damage over my entire turn.
Was that second one a natural 20?
It was,
No,
it was
an
not.
18.
natural 18,
Naturally.
but it was a good shot to be sure.
Great shot.
Yeah, I was going to tease you and say no. You shot so well that you cleanly shot right through a hole that you shot earlier in the beast, and you missed him entirely. But no,
Fair
he's
enough.
he's looking very raggedy ass right now, and angry, and yeah, not a happy fellow right now. Kala, you have one angry minced shark on your port bow, and you are at this point coming into the end of your evasive maneuver from last turn. So
Oh, so I can't use consecutive?
you can, but you have to use your action to do it again,
Oh, well,
and
absolutely.
and still just sort of sit here buzzing in figure eights and being crazy in the same space.
One, it ups our AC. 2, we don't have to worry about as much. And 3, we get to have an extra gunner. So
It's devastatingly effective, don't get me wrong. I just like to point out that this is just so everyone has an idea of what's happening here. Is you basically have an angry bumblebee of a ship that is like buzzing in figure eights around the shark. Okay, so that's your action is more evasive maneuvers.
it is, and I have one question to go along.
Okay.
With our power being diverted to our guns for 2 attacks on their turn, does that mean one gunner gets to make 2 attacks for the evasive?
The tricky shot will grant you 1 extra attack.
Um,
You don't get that much more energy out of it.
just asking. Doesn't hurt to ask. So if that's the case, then since Willa got the last one, Val, go ahead and take another shot.
Like she's never heard that before.
18. Let's do
Hits.
this. 6 more mega damage.
Oi!
Val took a shot of fucking cobalt sake before all of this, and it just puts her in the perfect sharpshooting mindset.
Yeah, no jitters, but also not sloppy.
Just, you know,
There's those
makes the organic hand as steady as the mechanical.
Love it. Okay, so Calla, that was your turn. Boom Squid, you're up.
Yep. Gonna just keep directing power from the shields to the weapons.
Okay. Caxos, are you still holding for something bad to happen?
You did.
You did?
Why do I have to drink and mute myself? I will just keep my blades up, focus on that, try to not look at the emptiness of space.
Oh, yeah, the dancing stars.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a smart idea. Okay, so everyone's favorite bug cleric is praying fervently not to vomit. Paladin, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to misclass you like that.
Do I need to cast a spell? Do I need to pretend to cast a spell to calm your nerves and make the placebo effect take
I
place?
think Calm Emotions is a higher level spell than that.
Yeah, but is it barf bag?
It's,
Okay.
Placebo is just a deception check. I think I can do that at level 1 even.
I would appreciate it. Caxus would appreciate it a lot.
So, all right, on the shark's turn, it's gnashing and trying to hit you, and once again it rolls a 17 on the bite and misses you by an inch. You have managed so far to escape unscathed from this monstrosity, but only by the thinnest of margins. Top of the initiative.
Alright, double shots.
We're taking the shots and they're getting smashed.
I know, right? That's very clever.
22.
Hits!
This roll is 10 mega damage. Nice.
How would you like to do this?
So, Willow waits. Willow just lines up the shot, waits for just the right moment when the shark is about to open its maw, and she shoots. She fires right down its maw and just splits the thing right down the middle.
Gnarly.
In one end, out the next.
All right. So yes, with that, you now have the split, still silent remains of a space shark floating behind you as you come out of that evasive maneuver turn, and there is nothing else alive or dead on the sensors right now.
As soon as you get that shot, Willow, I'm just like, fuck yeah, and just like punch you and then bring you in for a hug.
Willow just goes, yeah, chew on that, asshole.
Okay. The field is clear, Kala, if you want to make your second warp jump.
There is one thing I want to do before I do.
Okie dokie.
Is there anything worth salvaging from the debris?
Somebody could attempt to spacewalk if they had a suit and try and reel in the shark carcass into your bay. Like if they want to try and tow it into your cargo bay, you could try and bring the carcass aboard and sell it wherever you land.
I got a life suit.
I want to look at something as soon as he's done looking at her.
Okay. So
That's
we'll
where
say
you
that.
want- Sorry.
Oh, go ahead and let Caxos say what he was going to say.
Yeah.
I was just reading if I could like
I also have a life suit.
stay out for 15 minutes outside because I think I can hold my breath for a long time,
Does
but I
not
don't know
count as
where I
life
read that.
Okay.
Does it say that?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it doesn't say it counts as one.
Okay, it says
The
that.
Nautilus suit does not by default count as a life
Yeah,
suit
it
because.
It says in the rule.
Wait.
Oh no. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Also, my suit says I don't need to. I don't need to breathe.
All right. Well, there's no intense radiation right now on the sensor, so you probably will be okay with a little bit of a walk. But the extreme cold will get to you.
This is why I should get a thermal regulator next time I go. Next time I go to the thing.
Yeah. So I'll say between Boom Squid and Willow's life suits and Caxos's resilience, you are able to wrestle the chunks of the shark one half into each of the cargo bays.
Nice.
It's going to occupy quite a lot of your cargo space, though, because it was a shark as big as your ship.
Quite a lot of rations.
Yeah. I would
Do we know if we can eat this thing even?
actually,
Caxos would find this edible, but only just. Y'all,
since I'm a wildlife biologist, I feel like I would know about this.
yeah. Go ahead and make your knowledge nature check.
Can you pick me up a?
The way I figure it, with the extra salving, we can sell it the next time I get a chance. A crew can have a group set of credits. So if we ever need the next little boost of creds for one of purchase or another, or we can put it towards anything.
You're
that
better
we ship.
with the land animals, not so much the space.
I'm in fact not a.
Could Willow try and
Yeah.
puzzle out some about this thing? Because she's been in space. She's kind of like
I was gonna say I'll let you give her advantage for the roll.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that.
Is the blessing still in effect?
It should be.
Not for checks. It's only attacks and saving throws.
Oh,
Yes! Thank you for the help on that, Willow. That's a nat 20.
Spacer's knowledge.
all right. So you know that for most humanoids, space shark is inedible. The Scathari, because of their natural hardiness and crazy ability to adapt to all kind of environments, they can eat this stuff, but it's not terribly nutritious for them. More of the value would be in like harvesting its like skin and meat for like manufacturing purposes, and the bones can be used in the manufacture of weapons. It's got some very strong like titanium and carbon fiber based cartilage that is flexible and strong enough to create like pretty serviceable weapons out of. The teeth make for good spearheads.
Will's gonna look at that and just go turn to Cax and goes, "Hey, Cax, maybe you could salvage this stuff for your gear."
As Will was saying that, I'm already like skinning the shark, or at least taking off enough to make a cloak or two.
And I think maybe we could harvest some of like the digestive tract. I mean, do these things eat metal?
I mean,
If they eat metal, they have to have like some kind of like really powerful to digest it.
I will say
over.
that you guys can use an investigation check to check the crop of this thing, but we will return the results of that later because we need to stop here. It is now 9 o'clock, and
All right.
I will give you the option to put up your last warp, or we can save it for the next session.
Repeat that again.
I'll give you the option to take your last warp jump, or we can save that for the beginning of next session.
Yeah, let's go ahead and end it.
Okay. So, any shout outs now? We'll be doing the podcasts here in a very little bit since I've almost got all the elements together. So if you have anything that you want to mention about your other games, your online presence, now would be the time to pitch that.
I mean, I know plugging the lasers and liches stuff would be probably a good thing here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Plugging lasers and liches. I don't have the information about that, but literally most of the people here do. You find their Twitters. Plugging Dark Matter, obviously, for creating some of these wonderful rules and stuff for us. And unless anybody else has anything besides me just saying thank you to those two creators and obviously Wizards for making this game I love. That's all I got.
I'm gonna say, Cax and Sage, you guys want to plug Kren's Valley? You guys are on that Wednesdays.
Yeah, that's on Scottish channel, and I wasn't. I mean, I think it's probably a different.
I think it's
script or
about almost
something.
over now, isn't it? Like, or are they continuing that campaign?
Oh, we're continuing it. We survived.
Carry on.
Somehow, unexpectedly, we're continuing the campaign.
Outstanding.
Yeah, 2 of us escaped. 1 of us was kicked out.
And Kali, well.
I would like to take a second to expand on the Laser and Liches because we have a part, quote-unquote, episode over the next few weekends. There is a game tomorrow that is part of one of the 3 missions that we're running, and that would expand upon the Laser and Lich universe that's already been.
The Retroverse
Wait,
Mega
tomorrow?
Crossover event. It's the Moon Crew tomorrow.
Negative.
No?
It
Not
is
me,
the
right?
corruption. It's the one that's diving into corruption, the dark
Oh, that's me
credits.
then.
Yes.
Oh shit! I thought it was the Moon Crew tomorrow. That's what
They
Kat
had to
said.
change it because of scheduling conflicts. It effectively goes in the reverse on C. And
Okay. So,
Okay, so Team Corrupt. I need to know that because I'm on Team Corruption, so I'll have to be there for that.
I've been
I
meaning to get
think
into
we
one of these
3 are
games.
there.
So there's the Moon team. They're like going up to the Moon ruins and checking out the mysteries there. There's the Yostception team that are going to go dive in Yost's dreams and try and solve the mystery of his whatever the fuck is wrong with him, his curse. And then there's the Corruption research team that is going to try and find the tears of the Neverborn to try and cure him.
And we, like, you, Jesse, Kala, and me, all 3 on corruption team?
I believe so.
Oh, cool. So I'll see you tomorrow then.
Yeah. Hey. So let's go ahead and let you get your beauty rest then.
Yeah.
One last plug really quick before I let everyone go. The background audio here brought to you by Sirenscape. It's a really fun little audio program. You use it to enhance the kind of the personality and flair of your video of your RPG sessions. It's $11 billed bi-monthly for the Sirenscape Online. It gives you full access to all of their sound sets, and it's a heck of a lot of fun. Check it out. With that said, I will wish everyone good night, and thank you for listening to Quest for the Quantum Rose.
Hey, everybody.
Good night.
Dark Matter is copyright Mage Hand Press. Check them out at mfov.magehandpress.com and back the Kickstarter for Dark Matter Starter Kit at kickstarter.com. Sound effects by Sirenscape Online, the premier solution for your virtual tabletop RPG sound effects needs. $22 every other month gets you access to Sirenscape's library of hundreds of curated music and sound effect packages. From swords to spells to starships, if you need sound, you need Sirenscape Online. Check them out at Sirenscape.com. Snickle Socks, if he appeared today, appears courtesy of Ladies and Niches, creators of the Retroverse. Radical.